We hope you enjoyed that head to knee pose with Barbara. Thank you, Barbara. But now we're with Pat Bailey, the pastor of Christ Church here in Telluride. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
I love asking the question, first and foremost, how you got to Telluride.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Right. Well, I'm a Presbyterian minister. I've been so for 34 years, and most of my career was serving as an Army chaplain in the Army. So I retired 11 years ago and took the call here for Christ Presbyterian Church.
Fantastic. And where are you from originally?
From Atlanta.
Yes, the accent comes
You hear a
through
little bit
quite
of that?
nicely.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
yes, nice southern accent. So where did your previous employment take you?
Oh, well, let's see. I moved here from Alaska. That was my last assignment. And I was with an airborne brigade there that deployed to Iraq for 15 months, so
Wow.
it took me there. Before that, I was in California. I taught at the Defense Language Institute. I taught world religions there. And I've served with the 101st Airborne. I've served in Germany and other places like that. So
Wow.
all over. Our kids grew up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a background. That's incredible. So how long have you been in Telluride then, officially?
Almost 11 years.
Okay, fantastic. And you've been with Christ Church the entire time?
I have.
That's great.
Yeah.
So the reason we're here today is to talk about a new conference that is being
Right.
put on with a great number of people and
Right.
organizations. Can you tell us a bit about Intersect?
Intersect last year was our first year with this conference, and it is a conversation between science, or not really between, it's a conversation with science and spirituality.
Which are two topics that don't often intersect.
Well, they do, and more people are becoming aware of their intersection, you know. That's not the old religion versus science kind of thing anymore. Very much science and science-minded people are opening up to the greater mystery of our existence and consciousness and all of that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And then a lot of spiritual people, or contemplative people, which is kind of the word we use, are understanding what a marvelous connection there is in that great larger vision that science gives us, and also how it coordinates with the larger vision,
Yes.
if we allow it to be a larger vision,
Yep.
that spirituality gives us as well.
Yeah, so bringing some open-minded
Yeah,
attitudes
right,
to
right.
these subjects, these topics. So tell us a bit about what people can expect at the conference this year.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a conversational conference, so we really focus on not just presenters presenting, but an interaction of people and ideas, and interaction with the presenter certainly, but also this year we're going to be doing more kind of practice-oriented activities. We're going to be doing some yoga, we'll be doing poetry, we'll be doing music, we'll be doing workshops on writing and different kind of things like that related to that. And just wonderful conversations around our theme this year, which is consciousness.
Fascinating.
Last year we did mostly cosmology, and this year we're doing consciousness.
That's really fascinating.
yeah.
So you mentioned earlier when we were chatting a book that has
Yeah.
that will be involved in a reading this year. So, not only are you having all these other activities, but
Right.
you also have talks around actual literature. That's
Right.
being-
Evan Thompson's Waking, Sleeping, and Being. It's a book about consciousness. He comes from a Buddhist background, but he's also very interested in brain science and the relationship of our physicality with our consciousness. So he's raising a lot of questions around that. Matt Siegel, one of our main presenter, and I will be reviewing that book at the library on Monday morning and having a conversation. Last year we did the Dalai Lama's The Universe in a Single Atom, and we had a great turnout and just a wonderful dialogue. So that book is kind of says a lot about where we're coming from with the conference and where we're coming from with this particular topic of consciousness.
Yeah. So what are you most excited about for this year's conference?
Oh, wow.
A loaded question.
It is. Well, one is to see Matt Siegel again. He's a young PhD and teacher, professor at the California Institute of Integral Studies, and just an amazing individual. I really enjoy Matt. And I'm really looking forward to the interactive pieces that we have, like the yoga and like Rosemary Trommer's piece and some of her poetry and some of her music, and we're beginning actually on Sunday night with a movie. We're not going to say exactly what the name of the movie is yet, but it's a movie. It's a fun movie about consciousness, and we'll have drinks and popcorn, and we're going to start it just as a fun, easy sort of beginning. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if people are still looking to get tickets, it's August 11th through the 14th, correct?
it is.
And where can they go to get tickets?
The website is Intersect 2019, Intersect 2019, no spaces, .eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite
So at
link?
Eventbrite, you can purchase the tickets and reserve your spot, and also get more information about the event.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us
Oh, glad-
today.
I'm
We
glad
really
to do it.
appreciate
Thank you.
And later in the show, Pat's going to be reading a quote, an excerpt from Evan Thompson's book, so you can get a little piece of that. But for now, over to a new device advice.